we've never been so more back than we have been today. What up?
I got a
Welcome.
monitor within a half inch of my head right now that I'm thinking about slamming it through. Okay, that's where I'm at
Listen,
right now.
it's only 0 and 4, okay? And we only have the Dodgers for 3. Chill out.
We're gonna be 0-7 to start the season, baby.
Brother, we're gonna go back to truest 0 and 7 most likely. How depressing is that?
Oh,
Welcome
bro.
back to the Tomahawk Talk pod. As always, man, J Money. We got the full squad today. We got Ben, Ryan, Jose. I would ask how we're doing, but I feel like we're all pretty much in the same boat. Um, we just got swept by the fucking Padres. The Braves have not beat the Padres since last year.
Early last year.
Early, yeah.
Yeah.
We are what, 0 for 7, 0 for our last 7 against the Padres?
If not more than that.
If not more
Bra
than that?
Braves haven't they haven't scored in what, 21 innings, 22 innings?
Something like that, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought at the January 1st we turned to 2025. I didn't realize we were gonna stay into 2024,
Uh,
and it's making
brutal.
Yeah.
me big boy sad right now.
This was
Brutal.
honestly just such a brutal watch all 4 days. Like, I feel like we only had the first 4 or 5 innings on Thursday, and then after that it just went completely downhill. Like, how was this series worse than the NL wild card last year?
It They were fine in game 1 until that fucking asshole Hector Neris came in.
We're gonna get into
And
that in a
then
minute.
game 2 was a great game, and then they just
We
kind
just
of gave it
lost.
up. Yeah.
No, we just lost. It was a good
A-
game.
And then yesterday and today have just
Three and
been,
four were dog shit.
yeah. Yeah. 1-0 off of Aaron Bummer's tip of his spike off of his cleat, basically, that rolled into the dugout. You have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, the batted ball luck was absolutely not on the Braves side. I mean, literally, you look at it today, granted they lost 5-0, so, as you said before the show even started, Jeb, like, we had 5 balls that were barreled, hit over 98 miles an hour. I know Olson hit his line drive to Tatis that was 109.7 miles per hour. Austin Riley, line drive, third base, 107.7 miles per hour. Matt Olson again, 101.4 mile an hour fly out to left. And Orlando Arcia hit his 98.4 mile an hour, ground ball up the middle. Or no, I'm sorry, it was a ground out.
Yeah.
And it was
Hey, Ben.
102 mile an hour ground out too. So, they hit the ball hard, but literally no matter what they did, it was just going straight to somebody.
Hey, Ben.
What?
Don't jump ahead.
Why, man? You're talking about how
No.
bad the series was, man. I'm talking about how bad the batted ball luck was.
You can
It
start
was,
anywhere
it
with
was,
how bad this
it was,
series was, Jeb. It was
it
fucking
was,
brutal.
it was
That's what I'm
terrible.
saying.
It
Jeb's
was
over here
terrible.
talking about the ball going off Bummer's cleat. And I'm like, okay, well, if we're going to go batted ball luck, we'll go batted ball luck.
I mean, listen, we don't even have to do a series recap, okay? We can just say it was dog shit. Because it was.
It
And there's your series recap, chat.
there was so much up and down though, because I feel like the at bats were so
Where were
much
you at?
better, but then some of them, like the first 2 games, the at bats were
There you go.
so good,
Yeah.
There
and
you
then
go.
the last 2 games versus uh was it Randy Suarez, Randy
Randy
Vasquez,
Vasquez.
Vasquez.
Randy Dickface, whatever. They wanted to ambush, and they, one, two, three pitch at bats, and then today, Nick Pivetta just carved us up. That's it. He just
No, no, no,
carved us
no,
up.
no, 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 no. No. Hell no.
I
No.
mean,
Fuck no.
yeah,
Nick Pavetta did not carve us up. We
Nick
carved our
Pivetta is
own asses the
not.
fuck up.
It's a mixture of both, but
No, no. We're sitting here chasing fucking curveballs in the dirt.
that's
And
what
then
I'm
we're taking
saying.
fastballs right down the dick. No,
That's what
we
I'm
carved
saying.
ourselves up, is what we did today. That's what we did today. Excuse my language, but no.
Looking like Ryan out there, basically, is
Nick
what.
Pivetta, it was not him today. He was just a product of the Braves being dog shit is what happened today.
What's crazy is you could have
Hagen just
given.
texted and said Nick Pavetta carved y'all up, plain and simple.
Fuck
Oh
no, he
my
didn't, dude.
goodness.
No.
Well, it's with the way it looked today. Nick Pavetta could have thrown a curveball that spiked 30 feet to home plate, and Michael Harris would have swung at it. Like I hate to say it, but Money Mike's at bats have just not been good.
Yeah.
Nah, no. And
Not
what
Wasn't
was
at
it?
just
all.
What was
him.
it you were saying, Jose? What was it you were saying? He had the best WRC plus so far.
No, the second
Brother,
worst.
Oh, the second worst.
brother,
Second
I
worst.
love my boy Money Mike, but I mean, he had a
Yeah.
negative 68 WRC plus in the first 4 games of the series, of the year. Like his at bats have not been great, and it's just fucking depressing, honestly. It really is.
So I didn't know we were live on X, so that's why it was so funny that Hagen said that because I thought it was just out of the blue. So shout out Hagen, shout out X if you're listening, I guess, because I didn't know we were going live. But
Good job,
um,
Jeb.
yeah,
Woohoo!
game one. I mean, it was the start of the series where I mean those first two games, like we said, were very great. The approach was 10 times better than last year. They what was it? King had like 70 or 80 pitches through the third inning. I
Third
mean, they
inning.
knocked him
Yeah,
out. They knocked him out the third inning. And was it? I think it was Baldwin and Profar both
so far.
combined saw like 30 something plus pitches.
Thought it was more than that. Might
It
have
was,
been.
I
yeah,
don't know.
Bean. I think Bean posted on Twitter they saw combined like 62 pitches or
Yeah.
something in the first 2 games, which is
Jesus.
insane.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
And Ozzy saw 22 that game. Ozzy alone saw 22 pitches that game.
Mm.
But everybody got a hit in the first game except for Money
Drake.
Mike, Drake, Orlando, and Kelnick. Well, no, just kidding. Drake and Kelnick were the only two who did not get a hit. Riley went deep. Young thick.
Yeah.
Ozzy
Ozzy
went
went
deep.
deep. Ozzy almost went deep twice.
Yeah,
Yep.
See, that's the frustrating thing. Like game one, they had such great at bats. Even in game two, you can live with that. But I mean, game three and game four, they just completely fell off the table, man. Like those at bats just were not good. They were not competitive.
yeah.
No.
I mean, overall, like Marcell Ozuna, Matt Olson, and Austin Riley are the only guys who have a WRC plus over 100 right now. And I mean, it's only 4 games in, but literally most all of that was the first 2 games of the series. The
Yes.
last 2 games were legitimately some of the worst Major League Baseball I've ever seen.
We got what, one hit today?
Yeah.
One,
They
Orlando
faced
RC, a
the
ground ball
minimum.
up the middle.
They faced the minimum because
Crazy.
it was literally a double play like the next pitch.
And look, I'll be the first one to say when a pitcher's carving us up because I remember very vividly last year Dylan C shoving it up our fucking ass for like
And
8 innings.
Michael
And I
King
was
too.
like, yeah, he's just fucking nasty. But I did not feel like Nick Pivetta was nasty today. I thought he was very hittable. For God's sakes, Ozuna missed one right down the middle at 92.
The curveball that Nick Pivetta was throwing was literally looping right into the
The middle of the
middle
plate.
upper part of the plate, and it's like,
Yeah.
how you can't
What are we
miss
doing?
those as a major league hitter. Like that's a hanger if I've ever seen one. You know,
How many strikeouts were there been between both teams, like series wide?
I don't know about
Series?
between both. I don't know about between both teams, but I know for just the Braves there were 36 total strikeouts, and guess how many hits there
Terrible.
were? Guess how many hits?
22.
18.
I was
Literally
close.
half.
Jesus.
A 2-to-1 K to hit ratio.
Jesus Christ.
This was just depressing, man. This was
Now,
honestly
I
depressing to watch.
want everybody to calm down about the bullpen. Bullpen, you take Hector fucking Neris out of the equation. Bullpen was pretty good.
I even think,
And
like, I know Dylan Lee came in and gave up that bomb, but he had worked, like, what, back to back days and threw 3 innings up until
I
he
mean,
gave
you're
up
gonna
that
give up
bomb?
homers, man.
Yeah,
Solo
yeah.
homer shouldn't beat you.
Man.
Well, this one did, but
He shouldn't.
yeah,
Well, yeah, I
yeah.
mean that the Dylan Lee homer to he gave up to Jake Cronenworth, like that in my head, that's the right move. You
That's the
stick with
right
Dylan
move.
Lee. You stick with
100%.
Yes,
Dylan Lee in
you
that
want that
situation.
matchup.
Yes, and before that, Jake Cronenworth was 0 for 4, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks against Dylan Lee in his career. So it's like, that's the right move. But Cronenworth got you. That's fine. But you gotta score runs. You're never gonna win a ball game scoring 0 runs.
Ben, can you pull up Jackson Merrill's series stats?
Dude, Jackson Merrill was a fucking menace to society this weekend.
At least
Holy
we're
shit.
probably gonna get to look forward to his Player of the Month card. That'll be
That
pretty
Brother,
is a
we
neat.
might as
valid
well be
point.
getting if he was in the same division as the Braves, we might as well just get ready for his fucking Hall of Fame speech at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
Brother.
not to like backtrack or anything, but game one with Sale, I feel like that's fine. I feel like he's just knocking off rust.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
Same with
Yeah.
Raylo. Everybody was concerned about his velo, and he's blowing 98 past people in that game.
I would have much rather saw Raylo go game three if I'm being honest,
I
but
agree with you. I
I
think me
would
and
have rather had Schwelly go game two. The way he pitched down the stretch and the way that Raylo was kind of injured, not that it's his fault, but I just thought it would have been it would have been I don't know, smarter, not smarter, but it would have
the
made more
correct move.
sense. Yeah, if
Me and
Schwelly would
Jose
have
talked
got the
about
ball
this
game too.
earlier when we were gaming. We talked about it earlier. We were both in the same boat. Schwelly's the second best pitcher on the staff until Strider comes back, and then he moves down to 3.
100%.
But if you think about it, potentially down the stretch, you're gonna have Raylo as your number four. That's not a bad number four in the slightest.
No, no.
No.
I mean, what did he do? He went 5, 9 hits, 3 earned. He only had 1K, but I think I saw somewhere where people were thinking he was tipping pitches.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely didn't have his best stuff, but like you could tell he was out there battling. It was not like he just kind of threw his hands up and
Yeah,
whatever.
knocking off
Somebody on
rust.
Twitter, yeah, I mean, somebody on Twitter said that AJ Smith-Shawver's start today was more impressive than either Sale or Lopez, and I just don't think that's
Disagree.
true. Yeah, I disagree with that because I mean, Sale, like obviously knocking off rust, but they're playing a really good ball club. The Padres have a good offense, so it's not like whatever. But um, I don't know. I think all of them have stuff to work on.
Were we impressed with Smith Shawver today?
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly, for the situation, his first start of the year against the Padres, who, again, keep in mind, they're a great fucking team too. Like they have great hitters,
Yeah.
like up and down. So I was more than satisfied with his performance. Like at the
Not.
end of the day, our losses come down to the offense,
Yeah.
plain and simple. Like I have nothing to gripe about when it comes to the pitching, except for Hector Neris. Get him the fuck out of Atlanta. Thank you.
And just to back
The
up
only
Jose a little
thing,
bit further,
the only
was
thing is
Shawver
three
got his
walks.
ass.
3 walks.
Yeah, I mean he's got to rein in the command, man. Like the non-competitive pitches that he threw, there was a little too many of them. Overall, like you
Changeup
watch the
did show
stuff.
glimpse though.
The oh man, that
Glimpse.
changeup, the split, the forcing fastball whenever he was able to locate
Yep.
it. I mean, he showed the flashes of why he was the Braves' top pitching prospect,
Yeah.
and just rein in the command a little bit, and he will be nasty for the Braves. And it come time for him to really step up. I
The
have those
way he
Jackson
was
Merrill
able,
stats too, whenever you want it. Just so
the
you
way
know.
he was able to tap dance in and out of trouble was actually kind of impressive too.
This also is coming
But
from his last start of the season in the postseason last year, where they shitted down his throat too.
Mhm.
So
Ben, what are those Jackson Merrill stats?
So they haven't updated it for today yet, but the first 3 games of the series, he had 11 at bat or 11 plate appearances, 1 run, 4 RBIs, 556 average, 545 on base percentage, a 556 slugging percentage, 218 WRC plus, and a
dang.
466 WOBA.
Is that good?
I'd say it'll play.
I'd take it. Take it over anybody who's playing in Atlanta uniform.
Plus.
Shit.
The only one close to that WRC plus, by the way, was Marcell Ozuna at like 205 or 204, something like that.
That's
Jesus.
the price. His was even that high. Yo, we got breaking news from the manager. Are y'all ready to hear from Brian Snicker?
Yeah.
What happened?
He said, well, I mean, it's bad. 0-4 is pretty bad.
Nice.
That's the report
Love
from
to hear
Brian
it.
Snicker.
That's my manager. That's my
Bro.
fucking manager.
I'll keep it a $110 with you. I don't blame him for not wanting to come back after this fucking 4-game series. I didn't want to smash my head in. Shit.
Yeah,
You know, Hector Neris has gave up 5 earned runs in 2 games,
That's what I said.
and
If you eliminate him out of the bullpen.
I don't think he's managed. He's managed to get through an inning, right?
he managed to get through the inning today. He pitched a full inning.
And it'll be his last inning in an Atlanta uniform.
Give up.
If I don't see
I
the
hope so,
DFA
dude.
tomorrow, I'm going to be pissed.
Get that asshole off my team.
His ERA is only 45 right now.
It's going to go up. That's the bad thing. It's going to go up. That man's
I think
pitches,
Bryce Elder would have been more effective out of the bullpen.
Listen,
Bryce
Jim.
Elder got his stuff pushed in yesterday by the White Sox AAA team. Granted, they got some dudes on that team, but he
Come on now,
got
Jim.
rocked.
We're going to have, what is his name from Minnesota? Robbie Dobnak or whatever his name is. He'll be coming in next.
The guy threw 5 1/3 of 1-run ball today for the Twins, and they DFA'd him.
Jesus Christ!
What the fuck?
Holy shit!
Thanks for the great performance, kid. Get your shit and get out.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
It's like Ian Anderson when he threw like 3 innings in spring training, like no hit him. They're like, yeah, you're out of here, you fucking asshole.
I bet Robbie was like that little meme where he's just holding his hands out and the little guy's just like. I can totally see that being Robbie coming into the clubhouse. Like, what?
I was looking
Jose
into it.
Suarez.
A lot of people said that, last thing on Dobnak, but a lot of people said that that's what he was made to do. Like, that's what he was brought in to do for the Twins this year. But I'm like, brother, it's
One
Give
inning,
him- give him
one
years.
outing.
Give him 5 innings and then hit the road.
I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand it, but it's quite funny, actually. He'll be on somebody else's roster very soon.
Probably
Very,
tomorrow.
very soon.
Jose Suarez. I thought he looked all right.
Pleasantly surprised.
I thought he looked all right.
He looked fine.
Gave you 3 innings out of the bullpen. I mean,
It was better than Hector Neris, round table.
Absolutely.
struck out 4, walked 2, gave up 1 hit, 1 Ernie, but gave you length. I mean,
Yeah, he saved the rest of the guys
I mean,
in the bullpen.
both of them kept you. Smith Shawver and Suarez both kept you in the ball game. They both combined gave up 3 earned.
Yeah, like I said, the pitching was not the problem this series. The pitching was actually pretty decent.
Besides Neris, and it
Yeah.
so I know I said like with like Sale and Raylo, obviously not Schwellenbach because he just absolutely was lights out. But like the pitchers were knocking off the rust. You can't quite say that as much for the hitters because they literally showed you in game 1 and in game 2 that they could work the counts, they could get hits, they can hit the ball out of the ballpark, and then games 3 and 4 they just were MIA.
It's got to be mental at this point, right? Right? It's got to
Yeah,
be mental.
it was what 0 for 24 with runners in scoring position, and then they didn't score in the last 22 innings, 21 innings.
No, they had 1 hit with runners in scoring position. They were like 1 for 22 through the first 2 games of the series, and then
Yeah.
Ozuna got it.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
Marcell Ozuna hit to opposite field. He brought in 2 runs, I think.
Yep.
yeah,
Other than that, absolutely awful.
And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know the risk numbers were that bad after the first 2 games, just because the at bats were so good. But it was extremely noticeable in 3 and 4. But
Oh yeah.
we didn't have that problem today because nobody got to second base.
You
Ozuna
know
got
what
there and
makes
said, I'm just gonna chill out here in the
Oh my
dirt."
God, dude, the base running was horrendous. I didn't even talk about that. The base running was
That's
horrendous
so
this
bad.
series too.
Just the
I
last two
will.
games, it was bad.
I'll say, like, surprisingly enough, going back to the strikeouts, the first game of the series there were 10 Ks. Second game, 13. Third game there were only 5 strikeouts, and then today there were only 8. So the fewer times the Braves struck out, the worse they were hitting.
Yeah,
Crazy.
'cause it was just weak contact pretty much. Besides,
Well, yeah.
like a couple of them
Who, like, was
was
it
pretty.
Kelnick and Tromp that came up and just back to back,
Yes.
just absolute dribblers right in front of the plate
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
on
just
back to back
absolute
pitches?
pea dribblers.
Back to back pitches. And I'm like, dude, where is this approach that you guys showed the first 2 games of the year? Like, the first 2 games of this series, seeing that many pitches, great. I loved it. Results didn't quite like get us to where we needed to be, but that's okay. I still like the at bats.
That doesn't
These
mean
at
change your
bats,
whole style.
right? No. And as soon as they got runners in scoring position the first 2 games, it was like all that just went out the window. And they're like, okay, let's swing at the first pitch we see, no matter if it's in freaking Berrien County down in South Georgia. You know what I mean? It just the whole mindset of the team was just wild to me.
I've had much more patience with this water leak that I've been dealing with for the past week and a half than I have with this fucking team.
Mm, 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 mm.
Brother, it's only game 4 of the year, and I turned it off at like the 7th inning because I just couldn't anymore mentally. Like,
Shit,
that's how
Jose.
bad it is.
If I
It's
knew
game
that, we could have played
4.
a rank game real quick.
You wouldn't
Jesus.
have had time because the Braves went down 1-2-3 and would have gone down on like 5 pitches. That'd have taken
Jesus.
what 20 minutes.
I was honestly just thinking, like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna stop watching. Hopefully, they score at least like 1 run because I'm not watching or some shit like that.
Mm-mm.
And
Nope.
no,
No, it was bad.
You know
I
what
I'd
is
really
rather
don't.
not
not
bad
even
though?
know. What's that?
You know what's not bad?
I have a feeling you're about to bring in our sponsor.
The sunflower seeds that I had for dinner. Those were pretty good. Ryan, tell us about some good sunflower seed brands you might know.
I don't know, Jed. Would you be talking about Chinook sunflower seeds?
That is a great brand, Ryan. Let me hear more about this.
Oh man, you're the guy who's supposed to know all the info, insides and outs of this, Jeb. But
Well, I've given it to y'all through the group text message in the Chop House, so
I haven't looked at that group chat. I'm gonna keep it a
Well,
buck 10 with you.
right, right,
well,
Ryan.
Ryan.
That's Ryan. The sunflower seeds.
What about the sunflower seeds, buddy? They're absolutely delicious. They're low in sodium, so you don't feel like your blood pressure's raising through the roof right now like mine is, because the Braves really just do that to me. And they got, I mean, just absolutely delicious flavors. And hopefully they don't listen to Jeb and make transmission fluid flavor.
What flavors do they
Where
have,
might I
Ryan?
be able?
My personal favorite, cinnamon toast crunch, or I think it's just cinnamon. That's my favorite. Parmesan pepper, it's pretty freaking good. Jalapeno ranch, pretty solid. They got the solid original, because some people just like the OG stuff.
Mm.
Where
Jalapeno ranch
might I
has to
be
be
able to
my
find
personal
these?
favorite.
You'd have to go to their website, chinookseedery.com.
.com.
Is there some kind of discount that they're running?
There absolutely is. Code TTP at checkout for 10% off.
Oh, I might have to check that out.
You might just have to.
I'm looking right now in my kitchen because I'm set up in my living room because of this stupid freaking drain leak. I want y'all's thoughts on how a Velveeta mac and cheese sunflower seed would taste.
I think a mac and cheese sunflower seed, is it buffalo mac or is it just regular mac?
Now,
We could
Buffalo,
do
you
we could
got
do
me.
buffalo mac. We could do
You got me
buffalo
there.
mac.
Yeah, you got you. I'm in there like swimwear.
Yeah,
if it's Buffalo Mac.
yeah, I'd be in that.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
feel
like
like
kick.
Buffalo Mac would be pretty, pretty gnarly.
That'd be good.
Oh, so Jose, we went through a little bit of our flavors that we thought were good ideas. What comes to mind for you? Like other flavors you'd like to see be brought into the sunflower seed world?
Ooh, that's a good question. Off the top of my head, I would want something kind of sweet and spicy flavored. That sounds good to me. Maybe something honey inspired.
Mm.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey
Mm.
Chipotle.
Honey
Honey
Chipotle
chipotle
is the
sounds
move right
good.
there.
Peanut butter and honey. PB and
I don't
J
know.
sunflower seeds. Give me the PB and J's.
I
Jeb,
disagree.
he
Nah.
said sweet and spicy, and
What about
you're just going random,
Random shit.
what
A
about
little,
random.
the
a
sweet
little
and sour
Cajun
sauce
style.
at McDonald's?
What if they partnered with Buffalo Wild Wings, no free ads, and made a Asian zing flavor
Ooh.
sunflower seed? I don't know if y'all have ever had the Asian zing, but I love it.
Going off of your same thought flow, mango habanero, thoughts?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jeb, I know that one's not for you, buddy.
Yeah,
This is
I'm a
for me
little
from
Mm.
this one.
bitch when it comes
Mango
to spicy
habanero.
stuff.
I
We
could
gotta
munch
get you
down.
on some heat stuff, buddy.
I could munch
What
down on a
about
mango habanero seed.
y'all still not rocking with the transmission fluid sunflower seeds?
Man.
I'm telling you, man, if it's like a purplish, like a grape flavor, but call it transmission fluid,
Mm.
I'd be down.
That is all
What
you, buddy.
about baked spaghetti? What thoughts about baked spaghetti sunflower seeds?
You're just getting too complex with the flavors, man. Like we're
Yeah,
over
no,
here trying
yeah.
to name just some simple stuff, trying to get it, catchy, and you're
Yeah,
just
like a
like,
sour cream and onion type thing, but we're trying to get spaghetti on some sunflower seeds.
Jeb's like, what if they put tiramisu, but also
Creme brulee,
pineapple coconut. So tiramisu, pineapple coconut flavor seed.
pina
Yeah.
colada sunflower seeds. That
Now
would
that
be
you said
hard.
pizza,
Disgusting. Pina colada flavored sunflower seed would be awful.
I yeah, I
Terrible.
remember the Pringles chips, the pizza flavor. That was like one of my favorites as a kid. I'd be down with the pizza flavored
Hey, I
sunflower
would
seed.
try that.
You put two pizza flavored in on the ends, and then you put a sour cream and onion right in the middle.
I don't know about that.
Oh
Look, for
yeah.
me, my top two, mango habanero, Cajun.
Cajun.
Ooh. Throw that
Anyway,
bad boy
chat
in.
code TTP at checkout of Shinhook Seedery. Go give them a look. They got some banging flavors.
Definitely not transmission fluid. That's not a flavor.
Nah,
That's
dude,
not a real thing.
I still rock with the cinnamon. That I mean, when I tell you, when I put that in my mouth, I was like, oh wow, this is really good. And I thought it was gonna be dog shit. To be completely honest with you, that's my favorite seed right now.
Mm. Ryan, give me what was your exact reaction like once you put it in your mouth?
Like when I put it right in my mouth, I went,
Did you like swish it around a little bit?
oh
Did you
yeah,
like
oh yeah. Went from pocket to pocket, rolled it around my tongue a little bit. It was a
oh
spectacular flavor.
mm,
Yeah, had to get it.
gave it a little gave it a little tongue action, right?
It was so good that I had to share it with people, man. I gave a couple
Like
of the opponents some seeds, and they were like, "Yo, what flavor you rocking today?" And I was like, "Yo, y'all got to try the cinnamon." And they tried it, and like, that shit's dope.
did you like mama baby bird them? Like
No, I didn't do that. No. They're not my teammates. They were
damn.
opponents. Opponents, Jim.
Did you do it with your teammates?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I like to
How
hear.
about that? How about
That's,
that ball talk, fellas?
hey, we're talking seeds.
I don't know, man. The seeds talk's been a lot better than the ball talk. Let's
The
keep
ball
it
talk
fuck.
has been rough. The ball talk has been rough.
It's been pretty bad.
Um,
Can we
um,
just shit on Hector Neris a little bit longer? How bad he fucking was, because that motherfucker got my blood pressure up. Okay,
He wasn't good, I'll tell you that right now.
I just
what about
watching
ramen
it from
noodle
the.
sunflower seeds?
I tried, Benjamin. I tried.
Well, you want to
It's
hear
not
something
Benjamin,
funny?
it's Bennett.
You want to hear something funny? Fernando Tatis, Jackson Merrill, Gavin Sheets, Brandon Lockridge, and Elias Diaz. What do those five players have in common?
They all shit on us this weekend.
They
Yes.
had they had more than two hits and they had more than two stolen bases.
Drove on a run.
No. They all had OPSs over 1,000.
Jesus.
Dude, who was
You know,
is it Taylor Lockhart? Taylor Lochner?
Brandon Lockridge.
Okay. That asshole came up to the plate, and I think he was off of Suarez or Neris, and I was like, "Who the hell is? I've never heard of this asshole."
Hang on.
Can't,
I
and I
have.
think it was with I think it was with two outs, and I was like, "Okay, he's out." And then he like ripped a double, and it scored a run or scored two runs, and I was like, "All right, that's fitting."
Well,
I,
so
I, I know Lockridge way too well. I've gotten very friendly with him in my MLB The Show packs, nonetheless. So there you go.
I would like to say, so the Padres had those five guys over 1,000 OPS. Guess how many Braves players had over an 800 OPS?
One Orlando Arcia, baby.
Man, I would definitely have guessed at least Ozuna with the walks, but yeah, he didn't do shit
Ozuna had
offensively.
785.
Okay,
785 to
so
lead
see,
the
I was in the
team.
ballpark.
Ozuna was the only one over 700.
That's tough.
Arcia had a 400 OPS.
Let's go. What about Nick Allen?
Bro, Nick Allen
Nick
was at like a 500.
Allen.
How'd old
Nick.
Big Dick Nick do?
250.
Oh, let's see. Let's see.
I
Let's
think that was
see.
horrendous that they took him out and like didn't play him the rest of the series. I thought for sure they were going to split time.
Bro, we were getting our ass kicked.
So
Snit's
why not
like,
put Nicky Pickett in there?
I
I mean, what's the
mean,
point? He
oh
can't hit
yeah,
any better.
coming into
he
this
got a
game,
single.
No
I
worse.
saw.
He was one for what? 3, 1 for 4. He's
Oh,
alright.
God.
Coming
What
into this
happened?
game, I think Orlando had like really good numbers against Pavetta with like multiple home runs too.
Yeah.
So I
Mm,
can see why they started
That's
him today.
yeah.
Um,
that's
Before the
how
game,
Allen was with Cease.
Yeah.
Orlando Arcia was like 7 for 10 with two bombs against what's his face, Pavetta, and then Marcelo
What's
Zuna.
nuts?
Marcelo Zuna was also just absolutely crushing Nick Pavetta till today, and so like I don't know. Nick Allen's OPS for the series was 500, by the way.
Yeah. So what
Free
you're
my
saying
man.
was
He
that
ain't
he
do
was
nothing
better than
wrong.
Orlando.
What'd you say?
So he was better than Orlando.
I mean, in his one game to Orlando's three.
Free
That's
my
all he
man.
needed, baby. Nick
Free my
Allen season. Here we go.
free my man. Big Dick Nick. He ain't do nothing wrong.
Man.
Um, Ryan, I want to pivot to you because I mean, obviously we can tell like from the eye test, my favorite statistic. But from you with your hitter's background, what was something that impressed you that maybe we aren't thinking of from Drake Baldwin?
I mean, pretty much the eye test is exactly what the stats read. Um, I feel, dude, that kid's got such a bright future. I mean, his strike zone recognition's off the freaking charts. His the ability to lay off pitches that are just a little bit out of the zone. He's just like, no, I don't want that. And then he attacks pitches that he wants in the zone and hits them pretty damn good. Kid's gonna be a fun one for Atlanta. I don't know what you do at the catcher position. I don't know if you run 3 and let him DH when Ozuna's done. I don't know, but he needs to be a Brave. That's all I know.
Did you see the one call he got absolutely rung up on? That was horse shit.
You're gonna
It was
have
like
those,
at his chin.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I agree with you. I think the way he's been able to work counts, the way he's been able to hit the ball with authority. I mean, there was nothing, I believe, below like 93 miles an hour that he hit. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know what it means, but his swing speed, whatever, had like a
His bat
lightning bolt
speed.
beside it, so I'm guessing that means
It's
good.
elite.
Fast.
It's
Yeah, it
elite.
His
was
bat
good.
speed was
Yeah.
elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
his defense, his game calling has been
That's
elite as well.
if we get
yeah.
into any part of Drake Baldwin, that's what impressed me the most. His catch and throw ability, his framing, his blocking, it was all fucking phenomenal.
Hmm.
I know they stole all over him in game one, but that was
Pitchers.
basically
Pitcher,
like
yeah,
Tatis.
that was.
Like, yeah.
No, the pitchers were
And yeah.
slow
No,
as
it was
fuck to the
it
plate.
was
Yeah.
It's
base
incredible he
runners
made it as
steal off of.
close as it was.
Yeah,
I
Like,
felt like the only time Jackson Merrill got out in the first three games was because Drake Baldwin threw him out like twice.
yeah. Drake Baldwin, man, so out of his 8 batted balls that he had, he saw 66 total pitches in 3 games.
it's insane.
Nuts. He had on stat via stat or Baseball Savant, they say 2 barrels, but 25% barrel percentage. Um, his average exit velocity was 95.2 mile an hour, which the average so far is 88.5.
That only
Uh,
equated to 2 barrels.
that's what they say. It didn't
That's
look like that.
wild.
Yeah, yeah. His max EV was 109.6, which is the one that he hit off
Yeah,
the
that one.
pitcher. Um,
Yeah, that went straight to the first baseman.
his expected batting average was 307. His expected slug was 675. His expected WOBA was 436, and his hard hit percentage was 75%.
God, I love him.
He has such a bright
I
future,
have
man.
not
Like,
seen any.
And his average
I have
bat
not
speed,
seen any slander, but I think if there was to be any slander, I think it'd be dumb.
I agree with you. I feel
I
like
mean, I
Drake
haven't seen
Baldwin.
any slander either, so it's not really.
I've seen
Same.
slander for everybody else on the team.
Yeah, like Hector Neris, you can get that asshole off my team.
That's the only person who really should be getting anything right now is that dude. Jeez. That DFA
Like
should be hitting by now, right?
I think we have a new leader of ISIS, and I think it's Hector Neris.
Yeah, it was Arcia for the longest time, but he's been dethroned for right now until tomorrow morning.
And
He's
Bryce
just the
Elder
right hand
too.
man. RC is just the right hand man at this point.
That's right. Hey, you know what we get to look forward to tomorrow?
The tornado bats or whatever they're called,
The torpedo bats. That would be fun.
torpedo
But no,
bats.
but no.
What?
Our friend of the pod is going to
Friend
go
of the
out there and
pod.
shove tomorrow and get us our first W. Grant Holmes will bring us home.
Holmes
I'm
versus
actually
Glass now.
excited for that start.
You got to believe. That's all we
Holmes
have at
versus
this
Glass.
point is belief.
Ryan, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought you were gonna joke and be like, Shohei Otani's only one batter away.
I'm actually very excited for this Grant Holmes start.
I am too. Dude, I hope he goes out there. He looked good in the relief appearance. Which,
He did. Can we
can we
talk
go to
about
that
that?
for a second? If he was available, why do we throw Neris in there?
Because
Come
Holmes
on,
has,
Snit.
like, I don't know if Snit was really planning on Holmes or Holmes getting in the game. I think he just kind of like a split second decision, like, oh, that guy's available. You know, he's not throwing for another few days.
He's good. He's going Thursday. Holmes, come on in, bud. You're only a fucking 15 minutes late on that pitching change, though, Snit. Appreciate it.
I have never seen, especially on opening day, a manager bring in their number 5. Granted, it was probably a bullpen day, and I think he only threw 9 pitches, but it scared the shit out of me because I was like, how long, like, is he going to be in there for 3 innings?
I was more pissed that he didn't throw the 7th, to be honest with you. Like, if you're going to let him pitch, fucking let him pitch the high leverage shit, not Neris.
Oh, speaking of that, has Rosell Iglesias even pitched this year?
No.
He has not.
No.
No,
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Why
Figured
would
No,
he?
no,
We've
I don't
been
know in a
losing
one run game in the eighth.
with this offense. It's like a 10-run lead for the other team. We get to
Um,
first base and I'm cheering like a motherfucker right now. Okay, that's how bad we
I'm
are at.
not. I'm not cheering because I know the next pitch is going to be a double play.
On a one pitch at that.
Brother,
um,
Marcell Ozuna got to second base and then was like, I don't feel like being here anymore.
He said, "Yo, I'm out."
Oh,
Marcel was like, I am so ready to be in LA. There's so much better bars there.
I don't understand what the fuck he was doing there. Like,
He
I
just
have
got
no
caught.
clue. I have
the
no
only thing
clue.
I
Yeah,
can
but
think
why are you
of,
rounding that hard?
the only thing I can think of is he might have thought the ball got through or something. But like, why would you think the ball got through if the pitcher knocked it
That
down?
was like
No, but
that
he
was
could
like the
see Manny going
Cronenworth
for the
play.
ball, running to second. That's
Right.
what I don't get.
Maybe
That
he
was like
thought
the
Manny wasn't going to
Cronenworth
come in
play
the
the other
bag.
night.
You know what I thought of when I saw the replay with Marcel out there? Him and Arise in the second baseman. I thought of the Spider-Man gif. With the Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing to each other. That's exactly what I thought of.
oh gosh.
What about the Cronenworth play where like I'm sure like Ozzy saw, well, obviously he didn't, but like he should have stopped and saw that the ball bounced because it wasn't hit hard when they got doubled off.
I, he should have ran, yes, but would it have made a difference? Probably not.
No. No.
Like, and I don't even think that you can call that. I guess could you have called it an infield fly? I mean, he wasn't
No.
ever camped under
No.
it, so I don't think you could.
Yeah. It was just
It's
a it
He
was
just
a
wasn't.
really high baseball IQ play from Jake Cronenworth at
it
that
was.
point. Like
Yeah.
he
So
he saw it, identified it, made a quick decision.
yeah,
I think the biggest issue with the Braves this series especially came in the very first game when Ozzy got robbed of a home run, Drake Baldwin got robbed of a home run, and like yes, they had a good game offensively overall, but like that's enough to deflate anybody. I mean, they were hitting the shit out the ball in game one, and it just kind of like feel like they just kind of threw their hands up and was like, all right, well, what the hell, you know?
yeah.
Um, and it just boiled over these past 2 days.
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
agree with you. Like game one, they at least had competitive at bats, and then after that, they kind of just were deflated, and it just kind of knocked the life out of them, from what I
Yeah.
saw. So sucks.
And then Jackson Merrill turning into prime Mickey Mantle.
Fucking hell, dude.
Dude, he is fun to watch. I don't care. Like Jackson Merrill's
No, he
one of
is
those
fun
where
to watch.
Glad he's on the
it's
West
like,
Coast.
yeah.
I'd lose my mind if we had to play that dude 15 times a year. I'm not even
Hmm.
gonna lie to you. That dude is a menace to society.
And it's not like he didn't really do like damage. He just singled us to death.
Yeah, he
He
just
only
made
had one
contact.
RBI.
He drove in two the first game.
No, he
Well,
only had
hell,
one RBI.
And he drove in another one today.
No, he had 4 RBIs on
Yeah.
game one.
Are you sure? I thought Ben
Yes.
said in the stats he had one RBI, but he had like 20 singles.
yeah, it was something crazy. Let me go look again because see, game one you said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because didn't he drive in
the
Machado
whole
today?
series pretty much.
Yeah, he drove in Machado today.
Yeah, he did drive in Machado today. That was his fourth RBI.
Yeah. He killed us the whole series. Him and Fernando were the guys who did the damage. Machado did a little bit, but if you had to single two guys out, it was Fernando and Jackson Merrill who killed us.
Yeah, in
Yep.
game one of the series, Merrill went one for three. He did have four RBIs, but that's weird.
Uh,
Yep. He's
I mean, regardless, he has looked very good against us. He made our pitching look like high school pitching.
San Diego. You better lock that kid up, man.
they won't.
For a long time.
remember game two, Maldonado had 2 hits against us, including an RBI single. Maldonado of all people.
Brother, Martin Maldonado swings a pool noodle. I
He
wouldn't
only
even
got
know.
2 hits.
I take that back. It's not a pool noodle. It's a spaghetti noodle.
The
Like
So
breaks, not even the soft ones from the when you boil
how
them.
how good is it Elise Diaz, the catcher?
He's
he's actually not
average.
bad. Yeah,
How
he's
good is
not.
he at like framing and handling a pitching staff?
Well, I'm gonna look that up for you.
Because I was just thinking about like them having
I think he's
Maldonado and
mediocre.
Diaz. Like if they had those two catchers with this pitching staff, like that's a very under the radar smart move for
So
them.
last year, Elias Diaz was 20th percentile in blocks per average or blocks above average, but
Jeez.
he was 83rd percentile in caught stealing above average, 77th percentile in framing, and 87th percentile in pop time. So I mean,
Okay,
he's not a bad catcher.
No.
yeah,
And he
So he
just
can
can't
throw
block for
people
shit.
out pretty well. He cannot block for shit, basically.
yeah.
Right.
Which Maldonado's like kind of like this complete opposite, I think. I know he handles the pitching staff well and he can frame and block really good.
I'm pulling it up now. My laptop's being a little slow, but Martin Maldonado, like you are not getting that man for his bat. I could go up there right now and swing just as good of a bat as Martin Maldonado.
I want to say his catching
Actually,
stuff
no,
has
his defense
decreased.
was actually pretty ass last year.
Yeah.
He had
Really?
I just know he
20th
handles a pitching
percentile.
staff good.
I think
He
his
might be
game
a good
calling's all
game
right.
caller, but
Yeah.
Yep,
according to
that's what it
Baseball
is.
Savant, last year he had 20th percentile blocks above average, 23rd percentile caught stealings, 28th percentile framing, and 38th percentile pop time.
Yeah.
So,
He's ass.
not great behind the dish, but sounds like he's a good game caller.
Yeah.
It's crazy, Martin Maldonado. That's a
It has a
lot
big
of
league
blue.
contract.
He has a lot of blue on that baseball savant
Everywhere.
page.
You know what his
To top
baseball
it all
savant
off,
probably looks like?
Fucking
His baseball
North Pole.
savant probably looks like Hector Neris's. Fucking asshole.
Bro,
Um,
I just want to understand why in a 1-run game are you going to put a dude you have no clue in what he's going to do?
hold on. Speaking on that, why are we pinch hitting Brian De La Cruz for Kelnick in the ninth inning with a righty on the mound after
It was
Kelnick already?
lefty. It was Moorhome.
Mm-mm. Was
It was
it?
Moorhome. Yeah, it was
Oh,
Moorhome. It
okay. I
was
thought
lefty.
it was righty.
No, it's Moorhome.
And
He's lefty.
then today they pinch hit Brian for Trump.
It didn't matter at that point.
That actually makes no sense.
it,
Yeah.
it it didn't
I mean,
matter.
it did. You could put Baldwin in there if somehow, some way they scored 5 runs with 2 outs.
no,
But I
Yeah.
actually,
mean,
Jeb has a
Um,
point here. It was Estrada in the ninth today.
it was Estrada in the ninth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today.
yeah. Worst comes to worst, you still lose, but you still get Baldwin another AB in the show. And you know he's probably going to put up a better fight than Brian De La Cruz. Versus a righty, at least.
I think that was just a scenario of Snit saying, we lost this game, let's just go ahead and go out there, buddy. Let's
Oh
see
yeah,
what
for
you can
sure.
do.
Yeah.
Snit was tired of that series, as we all were.
So, um, so we have the Dodgers next. I believe that's what, home sale Ray?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So,
Glass now going game 1 against us, so
who do
that's
they
fun.
have? Probably Glasnow, Yamamoto.
I
They
don't know
have
about
Glass
Yamamoto.
now, May, and
Glass
Snell.
now, Yamamoto, Snell.
Yeah.
Or May. Glasnow May?
They have Dustin May on
Oh
Tuesday.
yeah, it might be Dustin May
Jesus.
actually.
Bro, they got so much pitching.
Who knows, man? I don't even know when Otani's going to start pitching again. I think it was like June, maybe June, July.
He's starting with bullpens now.
They don't even need
Yeah,
him.
they got.
I mean, unless
They
he's a
don't.
closer, they don't even. Oh my
Need
God.
Otani.
I, before we do anything else too much, I wanna read off these exit velos real quick from the Braves today. I just feel Feel like it's necessary. We'll start with Matt Olson in the seventh inning, a ground out, 90.8 mile an hour. Jerks the Profar ground out, 91.2. Michael Harris fly out, 98.4. Matt Olson fly out, 101.4. Orlando Arcia ground out, 102.1. And then the two hardest balls all game, Riley line out and Olson line out at 107.7 and 109.7 respectively. Braves were hitting the ball. They were just going right to people.
I'm not worried
And
because I know like Riley's notorious for starting off slow. I'm not worried, but it was just shit baseball to watch, especially how much they basically
uh,
blew. It was basically they basically gave us blue balls. I mean, from all the talk in spring training, oh, the approach is different, blah 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 blah. And then they come out in the first two games and put on good baseball games, and then the last two games just kicked us in the nuts pretty much.
what are you going to do? That's baseball. You
Yeah,
got 158
yeah,
more to go.
yeah. So we got the Dodgers for 3. Then we have an off day on Thursday.
Then we
We'll
get the Marlins.
probably, yeah,
Hey,
Brother, the
put some
Marlins have
and the
three
respect on
better
the
Phillies.
Marlins.
pitchers.
Put some respect
The
on the Marlins'
Marlins,
name. They're number one in the NL East right now.
Yeah, they also
hey,
just
Yeah,
Pittsburgh
yo.
and David Bednar.
Sorry, go ahead,
Uh,
bud.
Uh, the Marlins have three better starting pitchers than Randy Vasquez and Nick Pivetta on their roster right now.
oh,
So
I agree
if
with
we
that.
if we can't hit them, then oh, buddy, are we in for a fun time with Sandy
yeah,
Alcantara and the boys?
The Vasquez one really kicked me in the nads yesterday.
yep,
My dude had a 4.87 ERA and just awful numbers last year, and he just came out there and we just laid a fucking egg out there on the mound.
mm-hmm. So we'll probably be back
Wednesday. Is it 3 game
Wednesday
series?
night. Yeah, trying to
Yeah.
think if we want to record Wednesday night and put it out Thursday, or record it Thursday and put it out Friday. I don't know. We'll think of something.
Nope. Just do
Um,
it Wednesday.
we'll hit guess that brave, and then we'll get out of here. So it's my turn finally. Um, I was a starting pitcher. I pitched 4 years for the Braves, and I pitched 15 years in the show in total. I was a Silver Slugger and an All-Star.
Mike Hampton.
Yep.
Nope,
Oh.
nope.
Okay.
I had a,
What years?
I had a, I was basically a number 4. I had a career 4.61 ERA.
Can we get the years?
2000 to 2020, 2000 to 2015, missed 2014.
No, I'm talking about for the Braves.
Oh, 2000 to 2003.
Ooh.
Oh,
What's his name? Russ Ortiz?
Nope.
that's it. Okay.
Jason
Ben,
Marquez.
you can't look it up.
Jason. I'm not looking it up, man.
Yeah, horse shit. Ryan, you got it.
Ha!
Jason Marquis. That's a good one. Oh man. Goodness gracious alive.
All right, well, don't fret, Bridge Country. I mean, it's time to worry a little bit, but it's only 4 games. We'll be fine.
So we're 0-14.
Yeah, well,
And we'll be
we've
done for
been
the
we've
year.
been we've been down 10 games before.
There's a difference between being 10 games back and being 10 under 500 to get out the gate.
I wonder if it'll be like the what is it, the 84 Orioles that went like 0 and 20 in the first month of the season. We could start posting those kind of graphics, just like Braves 0 for 20 watch.
I don't even want to freaking think about that, dude.
Hey,
Chasing history, dude.
I've been posting Braves on 0 and 162 watch for a while now.
Yeah, I mean
That's
that's they're
unfortunate.
It's still possible.
Hey, the
How
Braves are
long?
chasing history, man.
How long does this need to continue before the talk begins that hey, this just might be who they are?
If we get swept by the Dodgers and we lose 2 out of 3 of the Marlins, then I'm worried. But I don't think they'll get swept by the Dodgers, and I don't think they'll lose 2 out of 3 of the Marlins. But
Nah,
I
they
don't know.
shouldn't get swept by the Dodgers.
Killer
I
Bees.
think
They
they'll
shouldn't have
win
got swept by
one.
the Padres.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, it can only go on so long. They always play bad on the West Coast anyway. Like every year, they go out there and they get their butts kicked by the Rockies. And like it's really nothing new.
Yeah, but
All right.
well, I don't have any final thoughts. Ben, I'll go to you if you have any final thoughts.
It'll turn around. 158 to go. We'll be all right. Just let's hold back the fire snit chants as long as we can because I'm already seeing them. Already seeing them.
Jose?
Man,
Man, I'm in the same boat as Ben, basically. It's a long season. We're only 4 games in. And hey, like Snit said today, we always end up losing the first few games of the season, right? Right, guys? Right?
Yep. Yep.
Whew.
So, no, but in
Ryan?
all seriousness, I gotta think it's gonna turn around soon. So, I think we'll be fine.
all I have to
Ryan?
look forward to is Grant Holden shoving it up somebody's ass for about 5.5 innings tomorrow. That's all I got.
Cannot disagree more.
Grant,
Or
do
I'm
your
sorry,
thing
can't
tomorrow, baby. We're rooting for you because God, the offense is dreadful to watch right now. Give me something good to
can't
watch.
cannot agree more. Not disagree. Cannot agree more.
Whew.
um. Yeah, if you made it this far and there's audio issues, I'm sorry. That's me battling my Wi-Fi. So just give me time. I'm working on my house right now currently. Follow us on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe to the gaming channel on Twitch. Subscribe to the
Wow,
gaming channel on YouTube. I know Ryan's working hard over there with streams and putting out YouTube content for MLB The Show.
trying to. That's on
And
hold for a minute.
yeah, um, and yeah, just give us a like, subscribe, rate, comment, all that stuff. Defeat the algorithm. But all right, I guess we'll end it there, and we'll catch y'all either Thursday or Friday, one of the two. So, peace up, A-Town,
See y'all.
down.
Too soon.
Landed right on the shoulder.
Hawk tour.
Yeah. Let's do it again.